I'm alive. Check, 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 check. I don't even know. Yes, I think I am. Hello and welcome. 3, 2, 1. Here we go with the flow. Rock and roll. I made a video yesterday on sexual energy medicine. I feel motivated to make another video on this key area of topic for guys, but also for women too, because sexual energy medicine is powerful. So I will speak as I'm going through it. I think 2020 is my year for sexual energy medicine. It's my year for mastery, my year for Montauk Chia stuff, my year for working on myself and self-development, not even requiring a partner for now. So it's cool. I can practice and work on it and mess about with these sexual energies, which are very powerful and really important to come to this for guys. So I'll just keep banging on a bit like I do of all the things until we hook people or at least plant a seed in for many years' time. Just seeds are being planted in me too. But more important than seeds, like I put in the title, it's about practice, dedication to daily practice and concentration and the power of the mind. And all this stuff will make you realize how powerful A, the mind and concentration is, and B, how powerful your body is, and C, how powerful your sexual energy is as a guy, for women too, and D, how powerful semen retention is for building that charge, and E, how stupid genital ejaculation is, right? Unless you're creating a baby. Or 1 in 100, or 1 in the very rare times with your partner. But I mean, most of the time it's really fucking stupid. So, anyway, here's a good book. Let's start today with this. It's also a good book for women to read too. This is Montauk Chia book. He co-wrote it with Douglas Abrahams, somebody. Anyway, so Montauk Chia book, The Multi-Orgasmic Man. It's the classic. And Montauk Chia's got a lot of good books for females, men that go deeper than this, and also partners and all that stuff. Actually, there's partner stuff in this too. But this is a good one to start with. And when I read it 2 years ago, I don't think I was ready for the information. It made logical sense, but I wasn't feeling it emotionally. We read it a couple of months ago. It made a lot of sense. Then it connected the dots with a lot of things I was doing unconsciously. And now I'm rereading it again and really enjoying it. This time I'm rereading it from even better position than I was a few months ago. A few months ago, I read it end of last year, and I can't remember, September, October, November, and I was messing about a little bit. After I read it, it made more sense to me, even though I had experienced prostate orgasms by accident doing yoga during sunset, and I didn't know what it was. And then I read this book, and the second time I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. So I started practicing and had a bit of fun with it. But now, as I'm rereading it now, it's making a lot more sense, this book. Everything is popping out now, and more important than reading books is actual practice. So I've got to get the balance right between practice and reading books, but at the same time, reading that book is making sense with me now because I've got a lot of experience practice. Anyway, so I've been practicing a lot, and I'm pretty dedicated now to doing it every morning and every night. And once, if I remember, in between, I was outside today, grounding and sunset. And the sun wasn't available because too low on the horizons, too many blockages in town. So I just stood there and I practiced it for like 10-15 minutes of the manual pump. So I've talked about this. Once you build up a charge, day 18, day 19, semen retention, you can start practicing of your sexual energy will be circulating anyway, but it's probably going to be blocked a little bit. So you can start practicing either with thought alone. That's really hardcore. Probably not recommended, but to get to thought eventually, but mainly the manual pump, the anus perineum contractions, just doing them rhythmically. So contract the anus perineum like you're holding a pee, and release as a guy, hold it in and release, like halfway through a pee, hold and release. Keep doing it like a pump, and you'll start feeling this thing in your body, and you keep doing it, and you'll eventually feel it all over the place in your arms, your legs. Once it gets to the brain, I read in that book and it makes sense in The Multi-Orgasmic Male. Again, good book, definitely read it, definitely buy it. If you want to start getting to your brain, then you can know, it says in the book, that you can know that it's gone around your whole body, and I agree. Once it starts hitting my brain, it gets pretty powerful. It comes in waves and little bits, so you've got to keep doing that pump. And once you get the pump going, you can start using your thought too. So you start feeling orgasms in your arms or legs. Say it's in your left arm, your left leg. Quite often it'll be in both. So it'll be in the upper arms, left and right, lower legs, left and right, lower upper legs, left and right, lower arms, left and right, kind of like that. But even if it's just in one side of the body, focus in on it And once you focus, it's great in meditation. So what you're doing is you're messing about with sexual energy. To me, it's like what I'm doing with this, what people do with this training in internal orgasm and amplifying it. It's almost like Tai Chi and Qigong and all these kind of sexual energy, these energy practices. It's very similar. So what I'm doing is I'm really mastering another discipline, which is called meditation and concentration, an application of the sexual energy which is already inside me. Whilst I do the pump, I'll start having orgasm at a certain point, and then I'll like focus in on that point. Then my mind gets tempted to wander, and it will wander off to another orgasmic point. So I go with it. And I've noticed that my mind's very wandery. I think all humans have a wandering mind. So I try to focus on one part of the body and orgasm in it. And then my mind will wander to another part of the body that's getting an orgasm. Like say it's in my upper arm. It's actually in my upper arm, by the way. I was doing it half an hour ago. So I've got it, that orgasmic energy in my upper left arm. I've got it in my left leg. I've got it in my right leg. It was always there while I'm talking to you guys, but now I'm zeroing in on it. I can feel it. It feels fucking good, and I can play around with it now at this point. That's how long sexual energy lasts. It lasts a long time. Half an hour to an hour I've clocked so far with what I'm doing, and I haven't even built up I'm not even amazing at it. My concentration is getting pretty good though, so I can feel it out, and I can almost send it to other parts that haven't got it. But I'd like to, more than that, I like to focus on the parts that have got it in it, and it pretty much is my entire arms, my legs, my brain. Definitely, it feels great when it goes to the brain. Yeah, it feels like that shit that you go, like a woman going, oh, and you're making that noise. You're like, you can just let loose and you can go crazy with that noise sometimes. Today, a little bit. As I was practicing, I was like, I could make a noise quite easily here because my brain's on orgasmic mode. It felt good. And then I knew for a long time, but it feels really good. It feels like an orgasm. I could easily just go, like a fucking, like when Harry Met Sally. So when I've seen that movie, when she does the orgasm shit, which is fake, but it's actually real, that kind of sound, you could easily do it with the brain thing. Maybe not now, it's more subtle now, but it's still inside my body and it's really powerful. So yeah, once it hits your brain as a guy, you know that that's legit and it's already circulated around the entire body, which is fucking cool. Then you can mess about with concentration and amplifying it and messing about with the sexual energy is really cool. So it's like, okay, now it's in my left arm. Let's see if I can, for me personally, I'm using it as medicine. I've said this before, in case you didn't hear from the last video and didn't watch it. I'm using it as medicine. So my right brain is weaker, damaged. I've got an offshoot, massive, we all have, but I've got a massive offshoot between, I'm not centered inside my body. So my right brain's much weaker on my left side of the body. So what I do is I'll focus in, if I'm feeling double on my left and right arm, the sexual orgasm, or on the left, the right leg, what I do is I'll focus in on the left-hand side, which is my weak side of the body, because I'm trying to heal the right brain. And I've noticed it make a massive difference to my brain hemisphere balances. Just by focusing on the sexual energy on one side of the brain. So now I know conclusively that this is actual medicine for my masculine body. Can't speak for other guys, although we can, really. But it's for me, it's absolute medicine. It's wherever it's going inside my body and I'm amplifying it. If it goes to my kidneys, my heart, my arms, my legs, it's amplifying the function of that vessel. If it goes into my left arm, I've got all the meridian points and all the meridian points that connect to all the other organs of the body in it. So that's also, it's the same with the leg. It's got the meridian points for that. If it goes to the brain, that's a very powerful organ too, isn't it? If it goes to the spine, I mean, wherever it goes, the medicine just works, right? Eventually, I want to get to a much deeper level with this. So you'd have to stay tuned for that. I'm going to work hard at this because I'm really enjoying, not even the pleasurable senses. I'm literally obsessed now with that medicine and noticing now a massive difference in my brain hemisphere balances. It's rebalancing my brain hemispheres now that I'm focusing on the left-hand side of the body. So here's an orgasm in my left leg. Whilst I'm practicing the anus perineum contractions, I go, okay, there's in my left arm. Now I try and concentrate on the left arm and left leg orgasm at the same time. Oh, cool. Then I'll try and do it in the brain, but not just the whole brain. I'll go for the right brain because I know the right brain's the weaker one. So I think, okay, where's my orgasm? It's at the back of my head. Yeah, it's weird. I can feel it in the back of my head for a long time, and I'll try and push it now to the right-hand side of the brain, not the left-hand side, because I know the left-hand side of the brain is very strong. It's easier, I orgasm easier on my right side of my body than my left. It's all good though. So I want to focus in on that side, and it's rebalancing the same as transcendental meditation rebalances my brain, same that sun gazing rebalances my brain, same that age during rebalances my brain, same that grounding does. The ground takes a long time compared to those ones. So yeah, it's very powerful, and I'm using it as medicine. I'm going to keep using it and obsessed, and I'm keep doing it like for 20 to half minutes in the morning, every morning, 20 minutes to half an hour every night. And I'll get one session in the middle too, because I'm using it for energy too. I get a lot more energy out of it and it's way, way fun. And I feel like this is going to be a legitimate master. Maybe I'm talking too soon. I feel like this is a legitimate road that it's not covered enough. I want to obsess over. And that does include involving myself with a partner, and also for life now, this kind of microcosmic orgasm shit. And then the valley orgasms. Oh, 1 second. You might like this, guys, in this book. This is something that intrigued me. I haven't reread it for the third time. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but this one, yeah. I don't know if you guys can see. Show you quickly. This. Right. So there's the gentle orgasm. The first graph, the gentle orgasm, then you go off. That's the gentle orgasm that guys do. Now, if you skip past the gentle orgasm, you have a prostrate orgasm. You don't lose your seed. You send the basically you send the sexual energy up by practices such as fort and manual contractions. Eventually, fort. Hopefully, I'll get to that too. You can keep going up like a valley, up and up and up and up, and eventually, here's what I really like about this. Towards the end, right, it goes like this. Right. Okay, I'll read it out. So pleasure felt primarily in your genitals. Then the gentle ejaculation comes. This is the side bit. Then it goes, pleasure expanding up your spine. Now that's beyond the gentle orgasm. Most guys will never understand that. Too bad. You've gentle orgasmed a woman, you're a fucking idiot. You'll never understand. So you send the pleasure up your spine. Then the pleasure floods your brain. Cool, I've done that bit. I'm getting there, getting there. Here's the bits that I need to work on. So after you've had the pleasure of flooding your brain, that's kind of a cool valley. There's higher places where the pleasure as a guy pulses through the entire body. Ooh, I like the sound of that. So I can play around a little bit, having my arms, legs, my brain, pretty much any part of my body. I'm trying to work on both sides, but also one side, because I want to heal the right brain too. So I'm doing a lot of the things, but I do want to do the whole body. So eventually you keep going with this valley orgasm. Like I said, you go up and up and up. As a guy, this is not a woman's one. This is a keep going up and up, right? Here's what I really like. So eventually, pleasure floods the brain. Beyond that, you keep going. Pleasure pulses through your entire body. So full male body orgasms. Awesome. I've also said that maybe the reason why we can't do it as guys is because we don't want to let go. Makes sense to me. We have a lot of ego, more than women. Naturally, left brain masculine is very ego and controlling. It's okay, but yeah, it's a bit harder for us. We'll get there. No problem. So after you've had that, there's higher though. So this is exciting. After you've had the full body orgasm, right? Which I might add is not even for the sake of, oh, it feels fucking amazing. Although, don't get me wrong, we live in duality. How cool is that? Yes, I'm excited to have a full body orgasm just like a woman. Yes, I am. Yes, a guy, you should be fucking excited. It's possible you should. But listen, it's medicine. This is medicine for the human body. It's going to amplify the function of your entire fucking vessel. How amazing is that? You're going to be the fucking healthiest motherfucker in the world, combined with all the other shit you do. Wow. Not even combined, just by itself. Full body orgasm for guys is fucking cure-all. There. It's cure-all medicine. Yeah. Anyway, beyond that, beyond the full body orgasm, get this. I love this bit. Okay. Beyond the full body male orgasm, if you carry on, another peak and valley, it's not even finished yet. The boundaries between you and your partner dissolve. What does that mean? It means your ego disappears. The ego construct. You know, the same shit when you take psychedelics, when you take LSD, when you take magic mushrooms, 5G hero dose. When you take ayahuasca, what happens? Your ego dissolves. Well, as a man, once you get past the stage of the brain, the full body orgasms, if you keep doing it and keep practicing, get good at this mastery, you can dissolve the boundaries between you and the partner, you and your partner. Holy shit. The ego starts to go away. And then the top level, possible transformation of consciousness. Absolutely. I know this is true. And there's a guy on YouTube that I said before called Sexual Kung Fu who's made a great video on that. Literally transformation of consciousness. The ego dissolves completely and you see the soul of another human being without taking ayahuasca or 5G or shrooms. How cool is that? Just through sexual mastery. Absolutely legit. Fucking yeah. He's made a video, Sexual Kung Fu. Type in Sexual Kung Fu and soul orgasms. In fact, watch all of his videos if you're a guy, if you're a woman too. Because he's got a partner. He talks about how he's doing it with his partner. So it's not even solo coercion. This is double shit. But how exciting is that? I'm super motivated. This is my Bible. It's a library book. I'm gonna have to buy one. I buy my own copy. But this is like a Bible. I'm really gonna go deep, and I know this is true. And there's levels beyond what we think. Like, okay, it's one thing to think, hey, gentle orgasm is cool. I've just learned that semen retention is cool. Cool for you. Good for you. Fucking amazing. Will transform your health. Cool. Next level, you could have perineum. Not perineum, prostate orgasms, internal orgasms. You can orgasm any part of the body. You can set it up to flood the brain. Next level, now you can have as a man, if you practice, full body orgasms. Next level, keep going, another valley, ego dissolution. Keep going, and eventually you'll see the soul of that partner. Not all the time. You'll have transcendental experiences where you see, you're such in a high level of consciousness, the ego dissolves completely. Now you're taking these psychedelic drugs through your own practice. And how? The power of the human body and mastery of your own sexual fucking energy. That's how. Mastery of your own fucking sexual energy as a guy and a girl. That's why, by the way, Taoism and Taoist sex is legit. Because it's literally dissolution of the ego and soul orgasms. Sounds woo-woo, isn't it? Crazy. It's actually fucking true. That's why Taoism the way. Taoism are right. I love Taoism. I love Mantak Chia stuff. And yeah, it's pretty much what I said, because I've covered it all in yesterday's video, and it's well fun. And I'm going to talk more and more about this subject as I get to that point of, like, hopefully full body orgasms by myself too. How fucking weird. How crazy is that? Oh, James, nice you're watching, bro. Oh, you were watching. Yes. Yeah, and we need to talk, by the way. I'd love to have an interview with you at some point about this stuff. It's crazy powerful. With partner and by yourself. That's no excuse. If you don't have a partner, you go, oh my God, can't practice semen retention, can't practice this shit by yourself. No, I think you can. It's all practice by yourself until the real thing. And hell, it's just fun to do by yourself. Who cares? It's just yourself. You're a complete human being as you are, with half female or half men. What women can do, you can do too as a guy. That's pretty fucking cool. You can do it too. You don't have to just bust a nut and lose your life force and get depressed and masturbate a porn. It's a very basic level, isn't it? There's lots of levels to this. Yeah, completely, Tim. It's one of the most powerful medicines I can think of. I'm actually obsessed with it. I mean, I'm doing a lot of other things, and I go through phases, and I've got my foundation keys of aged urine and all the little things, sunlight, sun gazing, grounding, all these things are great foundational stuff. Actually, sexual energy medicine, wow. When you start getting to this stuff, holy crap. As a guy, I mean, women tend to master this easier than guys. You know, they don't tend to have these problems, and they never lose it from orgasm. They keep it within too. They've already got the energy medicine going. Most of them. Some girls are frigid and struggle with orgasm, but I mean, the majority of women don't have these problems. As guys, who I'm preaching to, you do. You do have these problems. How do you know? Because I did. That's how I know. Conditioned to brainwash with bullshit. And it gets annoyed. I'm getting annoyed with Hollywood and all the crap they're showing, like, and just busting a nut all the time this is the only way. No, there's many other ways, and one brings you down, one takes you up. And like I said, there's a valley levels where you can actually fucking find out who you really are in this matrix by completely dissolving your ego with a partner. How cool is that? Through cultivation of sexual mastery, sexual kung fu, as the Taoists call it, you can actually find out who you truly are. Wow, that's pretty fucking cool. Anyone says that, like, brahmacharya and celibacy is a way, maybe it's one way, but this is another way. A very cool ego dissolution way, and I love it. I love there's little markers for us to encourage us to further practice this and have these little experiences. You know, it doesn't mean we've got to live in ego dissolution, obviously. Yeah, that's it. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your time, and yeah, I will be talking a lot more of this on my channel, Holistic Health Harry, on YouTube too. I'll post them up from this onto that, but maybe just videos for that too on this subject. I think it's really important. It's my time. And one more thing before I go, I'm doing a lot of co-authored books today. I'm also releasing my Aged Urine books coming out very soon, probably the day after tomorrow, this week anyway, next week latest. One of the books I'm definitely going to write this year, I'm really excited about. There's a lot of options, but one of them I'm definitely going to write, since it's coming to me, is book on this. Semen retention, testosterone production, and male full-body orgasms was my working title for the book. And I was thinking to release it in October before No Nut November goes off for people. And by that point, I already have a tremendous database of knowledge, not just from books, but actually more importantly from real life experiences. I'm really looking forward to, by that point, fucking hell, the amount of shit I'm going to know about this stuff is going to be crazy to write a book on it. And coming from complete beginner into this stuff, till last year, messing about a little bit and getting better. Now I'm getting okay and just keep going. I think it will make a great little book. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, peace and love and light and semen retention and male full body orgasms. And beyond that, there's stages beyond what you think is possible. There's ego dissolution. There's microcosmic orbit between partners. There's magic, absolute magic. And why do we live life in duality? To have those peak experiences of ego dissolution, of soul, of seeing someone else's soul, your partner that you deeply love anyway in duality and physical realm. Wouldn't it be nice to see the soul of the partner you love in, I mean, literally, the ego between you and that person just gets completely dissolved through your own practice and mastery. How cool is that to work with a partner, by the way, at microcosmic orbit? Not just yourself, but doing your own shit in your own time, for sure, but also with a partner, encouraging them or leading them, or even not leading them, them leading you because they know and you don't, but you wanting to learn. How cool is that? They'll be like, okay, look, I'm practicing microcosmic orbit. Why don't we practice it together? We already love each other. We're already doing this, you know, sex thing, which is pretty cool. Let's try a different one. Let's try the Taoism, Microcosmic, Orbit One. Be open-minded, watch videos like myself, Sexual Kung Fu. There's loads of shit with partners and stuff. Guys with partners too doing it. Start watching those videos and start practicing. That's the most important thing. People can talk forever. I can read all the books under the sun. By the way, when I read the books, I wasn't, the first time I read that book, I wasn't ready for it. Why? Because I hadn't practiced it. I hadn't had any reference experience. Hadn't had any eternal orgasms. These books are only making sense because I'm reading the shit. Multi-cosmic male, but it's only making sense now because I've got the practice in the reference experiences. My reference experiences are correlating with what the books are saying. Therefore, I'm getting more out of the book than if I was just. Sometimes some people are good. They can just have a shift from a book without any reference experiences. Good for you. I can't all the time. So that book is definitely one to check out. Mantak Chia is definitely legit. This is fucking fascinating. I'm so glad in gratitude that he brought it to the world, because I'm sure people will be upset and say, oh, you can't bring this ancient knowledge in such a mainstream way, Mr. Chia. I'm sure there's people like that. In fact, I'm sure there's people that get annoyed at him for doing that and putting in a book in such a simple way. But who cares? Because look what he's done. Now people are practicing crazy shit and taking back their power, and men have stopped losing their seed for start, even though they just did that. It's powerful. Seed retention because of Mantak Chia and people like that. But it's way beyond seed retention. It's now time for guys not just to practice seed retention. It's time for you guys to start circulating that sexual energy medicine around your body consciously and not accidentally. I mean, accidentally is cool, but how can you're not accidentally going to stumble into soul orgasm more than likely. Let's be honest, or a full body male orgasm. Pretty unlikely you're going to do it accidentally. Good for you if you do. You got to work at shit, man. You want to be healthy. You want sexual energy medicine for a guy. You want a microcosmic orbit between you and your partner. You got to work at shit. It doesn't happen by accident. Nothing happens by accident in life. That's a good mindset to have. It's also true. All right. Peace. Thanks for watching.